So now in this case study, we have completed till financial statements. So everything that was required from us in this financial model, we have done that. Just one thing is left. Now, after preparing a financial model, what we are required to do is we are required to make a dashboard, right? So when I say we are required to do, that doesn't mean it is mandatory for every financial model. But you know, if your financial model is very voluminous, that means it has multiple tabs, multiple worksheets, and it's a lengthy financial model, so it is advisable to summarize the results from your financial model in the form of some illustrations, some visual effects, and some summary form of a thing in your dashboard worksheet. All right, so that's what we are going to do. So you know the drill. Just copy the template sheet, or let's not copy the template sheet this time. Let's prepare a dashboard in a fresh worksheet. All right, so just rename it as dashboard or dash whatever. Come to a new worksheet and rename it as dash or dashboard. We are going to prepare a dashboard on this. Before we start, I column, just press Alt OCW to change the width and just make it 1, make it short. Just change the width. And now let's start. The top row, let it be your header. The same color combinations with a white text. This gives us the headers. The dashboard. Now from sixth row, just leave these 4 rows in between. I'll tell you what to be done here. From sixth row, prepare a new heading and write down financial metrics. Financial metrics. So you might want to increase the font size of your headers so that it's visible. And then the first heading, financial metrics. Come to column J. Come to column J and increase the width. Increase the width. Why? Because here we will be summarizing some important figures from our financial statements. Let's bring in the years 2015 till 22, 21 and 22. So from 2015 till 22, bring in all the years. And after that, I don't need any other column, so let me just hide it. You know how do we hide it by now? Okay, so we will be looking at till 2022. Let's bring in some figures. Revenue, we will be linking revenue. So in dollar millions, we will be linking EBITDA, again in millions of dollars. We will be computing EBITDA margin, right, which is the percentage. Then EBIT, EBIT margin, net income in millions of dollars, and net income margin. These are some important computations from the income statement. From the balance sheet, let me bring in cash and cash equivalents. I want to know what is the level of cash that I have in the company. Total assets, what are the total assets in a company? And let's bring in the capex. This will help me just to have an idea, okay, how much is the company planning to spend in the future years, right? Let's link in from the balance sheet now, or from the financial statements. First, from the income statement, let's link the revenue part. Okay, guys, let me give you another shortcut here, since this is becoming very interesting with all the shortcuts that we are handling. So let's do the linking also through a shortcut. So now when I say that I need to link the revenue numbers here in 2015, what will you do? You will press equals, go to your financial statements, link the revenue number, press enter. That's what you will do. Now let's do it with a shortcut. Whatever you want to link, let's say I want to link in the revenue numbers. So select all the revenue numbers that I want to link. Press Ctrl C here. Press Ctrl C here. Go to your dashboard and here press Alt ESL. Alt ESL. So you will observe the Excel will link it as it is. Right? I am not following Windows here. I am doing it on Mac. So you might be seeing something else here. But you need to copy it from there, come here, Alt ESL, and you will observe that everything gets linked. Okay, so we have revenues. You can do the same with EBITDA. So bring in EBITDA. This will again save your time, a lot of time. Calculate EBITDA margin, EBITDA divided by revenue. This needs to be in percentage. EBIT, I need to link EBIT now. Again, the same computation. EBIT divided by revenue. Net income, link the net income. And again the margin, net income divided by the revenue. These are my numbers from the income statement. Now let's go to the balance sheet. Cash and cash equivalents. Total assets. And the amount of capex. You can link it from the cash flow statement. All right. So you can remove the grid lines. I hate grid lines, and if you are not liking the worksheet with grid lines, feel free to remove it. All WVG. Right? Let's not work on grid lines. Now what we have done till this point is we have linked all the important figures that, as an investor, if I am looking at this model, then what could possibly be some of the important figures that I need to know beforehand. That those figures I have shown here. All right. Now I can also show this thing through a graph, through not a graph, through an illustration, through a chart. Right. So let's do one thing here. Let's select the revenue numbers, select the revenue numbers, press control, and while keeping the control pressed, select EBITDA margins and select net income margins. That's how you select individual cells, by pressing control, right? Otherwise, if you don't press control, what will happen? If you link the revenue numbers, then you start linking the percentages, it will keep selecting everything. But I don't want the selections in between. I just want the revenue. Press control, EBITDA margin, keep control pressed, and then link net income margin, right? Select net income margin. Now go to insert and select the column chart. Go to insert and select a column chart. This is the kind of chart that will get displayed. Now, of course, this is not a very good presentation, so we will be modifying this. All right. We have to do some modifications to this chart as of now. Okay. Now, I don't need the grid lines again. Select any one grid line and press delete. Now, I don't need to tell you how to prepare a chart, right? So do that. Chart title, I am showing revenue, EBITDA percentage and net income percentage, or net income margin you can write. Okay. Now, instead of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what I need is the years. I need my years here. So what you need to do is, in your chart design, now once you select this, chart design opens up, select data, go to select data, right? Once you select data, on the right hand side you will have horizontal axis labels. You will have horizontal axis labels, and then select from 2015 till 2022. Press OK. As soon as you do that, look at your chart. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have what? We have from 2015 till 22. So let me show it again. Select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Select the horizontal axis. In chart design, go to select data. Go to horizontal axis labels, and from 2015 to 22, select it and press OK. Right. Now you might be observing, or you might have a question here, that we selected three values: revenue, EBITDA margin and net income margin, but where are they? I only have revenue displayed, right? If you just click on any of the bars, it will give you what is linked here. What does it show, right? So as soon as I click on any of the bar, you will see the revenue numbers gets highlighted, right? That means I am displaying revenue. Press tab. Press tab. You will observe these small dots which are not displayed in the form of a column, but you will observe the EBITDA margin will get highlighted. Why is it happening? Why is it not displayed here? Because I have made it in the form of a column. So as and when I make it in the form of a column, what is the value? it is 19.8. That means 0.198. So this is very, very small as compared to the value in the bar here, right? So that is why it is not displayed. So what do we need to do? Right click on this, click on format data series, right click on this, click on format data series and make it a secondary axis. Make it a secondary axis. Now, don't worry what you will see on the chart right now. I know it's scary, but just be with me for some time. Right click, format data series, click on secondary axis, and you will observe the same, the values that were not being displayed as of now come in the form of another columns. Now, whenever, make it a rule, whenever you are, you want to show percentages, you want to show margins in the form of a chart, always make it a line chart, right? As of now, what we started with a column chart, but these new bars that are being displayed now, which are my EBITDA margins, I want to show them in the form of a line. So what I will do is, I will just right click, I will go to change chart type, and make it a line chart. Make it a line chart, please. Now, as soon as you make it a line chart, you will observe a line chart coming on your chart. A line typically connecting all the percentages will get displayed. Right? Now, I need to do the same for the net income as well. So again, the same drill. Format data series, make it a secondary axis, right click, change chart type to, again, line chart. Right? You will observe this kind of a chart appearing. Now I don't want series 1, series 2, series 3, so I can remove it. Right? Always change the colors, right? By default, I don't like the Excel colors that the Excel gives by default. So you can change the colors as well, right? Feel free to change the color scheme. Let's say these bars, I want to change the color to this. The EBITDA margins, I want to change the color to, let's say, whatever color you like, whatever light color that you like, you can give it that color. Right? The next one, again, whatever color that you like, you can give it that color. Markers, you can also change the color of the markers. Let's say you want the markers to remain in a yellow or whatever is it that you require. Just give them a very professional colors, right? Give it a professional color. On the next line. Okay, so this is my chart. If I see this chart visually, I can get a fair idea. Okay, how is my revenue moving? How is my EBITDA margins and net income moving? Now I don't want these values on the axis, right? So what you do is go to home, click this what do we call, click the label here, click the values here, and just give it a white font color. So this will hide them. All right. So that looks good. Okay. Now, this these values are only of a particular scenario that I may have selected, right? Now, if I am looking at this model, I see this screen, I can make a fair idea of this company. But do you expect me to go to this scenarios worksheet and change the scenario to best case and worst case every time? No, right? Then what should we do? What should we do? Let's bring the switch here. All right, let's bring the switch here itself. So model switch, and let us prepare the switch again. Go to data, data validation, click to allow list, and in source you can go to scenarios and again link best case, base case and worst case. Okay, so you will observe the switch being made and a drop down will have three values: best case, base case and worst case. But if I select any of them, why are my values not changing? Why is there no effect on my values? Because everything in my model is linked from this scenario worksheet in the form of these scenarios, right? So these values that goes into my model, they are linked from this switch here, right? This drop down here. So what to do if I want to operate from this drop down? So go to scenarios, this highlighted cell where you have created a drop down, press equals and just link this to the new drop down that you have created. Now you will observe the values and the graph and the chart will change according to the scenario. Look at this. We are working as the best case scenario. If you select base case, you will observe the chart changing. If you will go to worst case, then also you will observe the chart changing. All right. So I think this is perfect here. So let's work on base case. Okay, now this is one thing. Let's make another bifurcation and have scenario matrix this time. Scenario matrix. Let's have scenario matrix. Before that, if you want the reader to know which scenario is currently running, right? Which scenario is currently running. So what you can write, I hope you are done with the text functions, right? We have discussed text functions. So equals within inverted quotes, currently running, colon, and close the inverted quotes here, is equal to currently running, press and link your switch here. Again press and write down within inverted quotes scenario. Close the inverted quotes. So this will give you best case, currently running best case scenario, right? But you will observe there is no gap between case and scenario. So what you need to do is, before you start scenario, press a space bar to include a space character, right? So currently running base case scenario. If you change it to worst case, it will give you currently running worst case scenario. Okay, fair enough. Now, let's talk about scenario matrix. Now, I need certain information. Okay, that's fine that I will be changing the switch here and getting the information fine. But let's put in all the information from respective scenarios here. So, what we'll do is I'll just select best case. So, let's work on best case scenario. How do I bring in the figures? Let's say I need revenue, I need, let's say, EBITDA, and I need net income from each scenario, right? So what I'll do is I will just copy all the numbers here. Don't press Ctrl V. Don't press Ctrl V, because then what will happen? The links will get copied, right? Press Alt ESV and paste it as values, right? Paste it as values. I don't want any link. I just want to paste it as values. Similar thing for EBITDA as well. Paste it as values. Net income, paste it as values. Now, let's compute EBITDA margin and net income margin for the best case scenario. Very simple. EBITDA divided by revenue. So I'll get the computation here. Same way, net income divided by revenue. So what I'm trying to do is I am bringing all the scenarios here. So if I don't want to change the switch again and again, I can simply get some results from down below here. Now, one thing. Now let's say, come to the cell above your first revenue figure, this cell. Go to insert. Go to insert and you will find spark lines here. You will find spark lines and select column. It will ask you select a data range for the spark lines. Just select the entire revenue numbers, all the range, entire range from 15 to 22 of revenue here, and click OK. You will observe that these values come as bars here. These are known as spark lines. So what I need to do is I need to just merge and center this. I need to merge and center this, increase the row width, increase the row height, not width, sorry, increase the row height, and you will observe a very beautiful representation of the revenues. So that's how revenues are going. Okay. Now, let's prepare a line chart for EBITDA percentage and net income. Let's show this in the form of a line chart. So that's how my line chart looks like. I don't need the grids. Title I can change EBITDA margin and net income margin. I don't need series 1, series 2. Instead of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's change to 2015 to 2022. So select data, horizontal axis labels, Guys, I have picked up some speed here and I expect you to do that. So 2015 to 2022, I don't want, uh, okay, if you want this percentage here, you can keep it, otherwise you can remove it. Alright, so this is my chart for the best case scenario. Let's do this entire exercise for the base case scenario so that you will get to practice as well. Base case scenario, simple, change the switch to base case and start pasting the values. Alt ES V. No formulas, just value pasting. Same way, EBITDA, okay, let me just freeze the cells here, or freeze panes. Okay, then net income, I'll copy my net income as well and paste it as values. Again the same thing, I need a spark line for showing the revenues. So spark lines, columns, select the revenues and press OK, and then do a merge and center. Increase the row height. Compute EBITDA percentage and net income percentages. And show it on a diagram. Line chart, because I always present the percentages in the form of a line chart. No need for the grid lines. Modify the chart, guys. Modify the chart accordingly. Title remains the same. Write down EBITDA margin and net income margin. Change this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to their respective years. How do we do that? Select these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go to chart design or right click and select data. On the right hand side, on the horizontal axis labels, you need to select the years. That's it. Let's work on the worst case one more time. The entire exercise just one more time for the worst case scenario. Alright, very simple. I just simply copy the numbers and paste as values. Alt ES V to paste that as values. EBITDA numbers, bring the EBITDA numbers and paste them as values here. Net income, paste as values. Do the same thing. Come to a cell above the first revenue number. Click on Insert. Go to Spark Lines and select column. And now select the entire revenue values. Select the entire revenue values and press OK. You will get all the bars within a cell. So you need to merge and center. Do a merge and center and increase the row height. Well done. Now compute EBITDA margins. EBITDA divided by revenue on a percentage basis. Net income divided by revenue for the net income margin on a percentage basis. And I need to show them both on a chart. So a line chart to show the percentages. I don't need the grid lines. I hate grid lines. So click on any grid line and press delete. Modify the chart title accordingly. You have EBITDA margin and net income margin. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I need the years. So how do we do that? Either right click or go to the select data. On the right hand side in horizontal axis labels, select the years. And that's it. You are ready with your dashboard. Just look at this. Look at how beautiful your dashboard looks in the form of the charts, right? So that's the power of visualizations. Now, if you look at this worksheet, you can make a sense of what is going on in your financial model, right? If you want to analyze this company, you can have a separate segment for the ratios, compute all the ratios there. If you have done the valuations, bring in the valuations also here. So anything which you want to highlight it to the investor, to the stakeholder, to anyone whom you are submitting the financial model to, the dashboard works wonders. All right, that's it, guys. You are done with the exercise and you are now a pro in preparing a very comprehensive financial model and summarizing the same with the help of a dashboard. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the very best.